Hi, Bhabhi. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine by the grace of God, Kavita.
Yeah, I'm doing this testimonial recording. So I'll just tell you a bit about how we are going to do it. I'll ask you a few
Yes,
questions regarding the coaching that you took from me. And if
yeah,
you can give me your whatever the best of your replies, like, anything that will help the audience, whoever is going to be watching these videos, to understand how your journey has been with the coaching and how it can also help other people. So first
yes,
question to you would be, just give
yeah.
a short introduction of yourself. What do you do
Mm.
and who are you?
My name is Meena Ramchand. I am Kavita's sister-in-law. I'm a housewife and I take care of my house.
Great. Okay. Next question. Why did you join this coaching program?
Well, I just joined this coaching program because I said I wanted to see what exactly Kavita is teaching or Kavita is doing. And every time I would see her in different things, or see sometimes in her recordings. So I said, let me see how this is and how this would help me, and what exactly is Kavita doing, to understand that.
So it was more like curiosity.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Third question. How do you think by coming into the program and by following whatever I have been coaching, how has it helped you in your everyday life?
In my everyday life, I think the main thing I liked about the program is how it teaches you that sometimes we living just the everyday life the same normal way, every single day you're doing the same things. You don't there comes a point in your life where you uh, kind of become lax, or you lag, and then you don't see anything new, or there are times you feel low, you don't feel good. But then when I started seeing her program, and when I understood, especially I was very uh, like, what touched me the most actually was the affirmations. The moment I started writing the affirmations, and how I feel our focus changes in the program. Our focus gets so much attention that we see so much positive which we would never see at all. Otherwise, life would go, no matter what you have, everything, you're still something or the other, you'll feel bad, or something or the other, you'll say, oh, this one said like that. Or, these small nitty gritty things that you see, which now you feel, my goodness, what is this? Like, you feel you mature a lot after doing this program, and you see a lot of positive, which is really nice. And then what I like is, once you get that positivity, then you want to pass it on to somebody else. You don't just want to keep it to yourself.
Hmm. Like you're getting a bigger picture of life, a larger picture
Yes,
of
yes,
what you're.
yes. And then and then, what I realized was, we never said thank you for so many things, so many small things. I'll give you one example here only. Long time back, that was almost 19 years back, when I had given birth to my child. And I was 35, I think I was 36 at that time, or 37. I don't remember my age, something like that. I was diabetic, high risk. And by the grace of God, I had no complications at all. Of course, it was a cesarean, but otherwise, everything during the pregnancy and after, it was very good. And then one day, suddenly I realized, because there in my son's school, I used to go to a Bible study, and we suddenly prayed for a mom who was giving birth to a child, and the child had some kidney problems. And that time it struck in my mind, God, I have been so selfish. You gave me in that high risk and diabetic, still such a wonderful birth and such a nice baby, and I forgot to tell you thank you. So we just realized, we just let life pass by without realizing that we don't thank for so many things. Such big things happen and we don't say thank you. I can't hear you.
Sorry, that kind of shifts
Yeah, now.
something, that really shifts something in you when you start to realize all that, right? Like
Yeah,
how
you feel
important it is to be grateful for
yes, that
everything we have.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
very true, very true. Okay, and let's say when the first day you started following this program, how long was it before you started to see some changes happening? Did it happen the first day, overnight? How was it for you?
No, it takes time. And actually, first also, I remember when I started writing affirmations, there came a time, so many times, there came a time when I stopped. Something would happen and I would feel, like uneasy. And then something or the other will happen, or I'll get too busy, or I'll say, okay, not today. And then I realized that it took me a lot of time to really get disciplined and start writing every single day. But there was almost, I think, it must have been more than 6 8 months that I started seeing the changes. It was not that first time, because sometimes I would this thing and then I would again stop. Again something, I'd get busy, then again, oh, today I'm late, like this. And then I would again stop. But there were times that there are times I used to literally wake up in the middle of the night and start writing and then go back to sleep again, because I would feel I need to get back on my sleep also. So and I would like the quiet time, because I feel that quiet time is like spending time with God. So that time I would get up in the middle of the night or early morning, 4 5, write, and then go back to sleep again, that way. So I feel that quietness I have to enjoy. And I do feel the change. I saw that nowadays, if there are times I feel, oh, like this is not happening, or if I want something, I say, why? I can just write. I just have to write. That's it. I just have to write, and I know, I have faith it will happen.
Like what my mentor says, all you need is a pen, a pen and a paper
Yeah,
to
I
change your
think,
destiny.
yeah. So I said, wow, this is good. But sometimes we forget. We forget the power that we have. We don't realize that. So you have
And
to, build that power every single day.
and do you feel having a coach by your side was helpful in those times to bring you
Yes,
back
of
on
course, because
track?
I feel, yes, because I feel a coach literally guides you for every, or sometimes when you get stuck, you want to ask a question, or sometimes you don't know, now this is the situation, now what do I do? So you feel you need somebody who can literally hold your hand and make you walk. Like how when we are small kids, our mother holds our hand. So a coach is like a mother or a father, you could say, or a teacher, who
Mm.
will guide you and tell you, no, you're wrong here, or you're right here. Like not exactly wrong, right, but she'll make you understand things where you feel that when you feel you're stuck, you don't know what to do, the coach is there, you can just ask her.
So even though it was a bit difficult, I would say, like getting up, doing that writing, finding time, was it worth it? Even if it took 6 to 8
Anytime.
months.
No, anytime worth it, anytime worth it. And even now I feel I'm not giving my full to it, because there are times I get tired, or there are times sometimes I'm busy. But still, I always remember that, no, I have to get back. I have to get back. And in my mind, the way it has made me that any situation now, I don't get afraid. Before I would get afraid of small things, or I would negative would come first in my mind. But now any situation, positive. I'll always think positive, and whomever I meet, I always tell them, don't forget one thing. One thing is, thank you, God. Another thing is, always look at the positive. Always look at the positive. And yesterday only somebody met me when I had gone, and she told me that I have come, like some problem has come up, and I don't think there's any solution. I told her there can never be a problem which has no solution. And I told her, I'm telling you, when I come back next time, when I'll see you, your problem will be solved. You start thinking positive and think that it has happened already, what you want. Then you see how. So then she said, okay. I said, yeah, let's try it.
Great, very good. Okay, so in the whole program, let's say, what would be uh, your highlight, the highlight of the coaching to you? If suppose you were going to tell somebody, you see that somebody needs it, like, what would you tell
Uh,
the person, that what will this coaching do for them? Or what was the highlight
I
for
would
you?
put,
The biggest
for
highlight.
me, the highlight of coaching was to be able to see things in a brighter way, because so many of us go through life as if, it's something not so great, or sometimes when you come to a that standstill point, where you feel now this is how it goes on every day, nothing new, nothing this, no excitement. But then when you do this course, you realize we have so much, so much, so much to thank for. So I feel a person who is feeling that I don't feel great, or a person who feels that, life is mundane, they should take this course. Actually, I feel everybody should take the course,
Yeah.
because everybody comes to a standstill somewhere in life, and
Mm.
then you have to push yourself a little bit to try to understand. And what I liked in this course was, because you all told us keep a mind which is open. I remember there was a time I would not want to learn or listen to things because I would keep my mind always closed. But I feel when you open your mind, you understand there is so much more to learn. Learning is never stopping at all. It's just
Mm.
going on. So I feel anybody who feels that my life has now come to a standstill, I don't know what to do, or you're confused a little bit, you should go for the course,
And do you
because it
feel,
is really, really going to help.
yeah, and as it helped you, do you feel it has helped your family around you?
My family also, yes, because there are so many times I sit and share what I'm doing with my mother-in-law, and I also share with my maid to some extent little bit things. So I feel it passes on when you try to. And when I meet my friends and all, now sometimes, the other day also I'd gone out and I told my friend, say thank you. So she said, I like this part of saying thank you. So I feel when it comes into you, you want to pass it on to others, and you don't have to go and, like, those who are ready for it,
Yeah,
because there are some people who don't, and you cannot go and force anybody. But while talking, what becomes your nature, it just comes out. And then I
automatically.
feel it is help, because my maid also, one two things she learned, then she says now I'm also doing this, because what good you will do, you'll pass it on, and they will pass it on. So that's very important.
And how about
And
your
universe
immediate
gives you back.
family? Yeah, your son, your husband, everyone around you, your whole
uh,
atmosphere in the house.
in the house, it changes, because you realize when you change, the whole world changes. Nobody else is going to sit and change for you. But when you start changing, when your thinking changes, when you try and understand from, like, when you open up yourself and you understand, and you try and understand people from their point of view also to some extent. Before, we wouldn't be open, so we would always get irritated that no, this one like that, that one like that. But then when you realize that how much you have to work on yourself, and when you start working on yourself, how so quietly it affects everybody else without you uttering a word, just writing an affirmation, that's it. So I
Good.
think that's wonderful.
I
That's
know.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
magical.
Yeah, magical.
Okay. And what is your opinion about me as a coach? You
About
can you
you.
can be honest. You don't need to tell anything that is good or good, bad, whatever it is. You can don't
Yeah,
hesitate.
about, no, about you as a coach, what I would like is that, one thing I like is you're not up there if you're the coach. Like, not like how if you go to some Swamiji, Guru, this, that, Pau Padua, and all that is not there. Like, you are a coach who's teaching, and you are very open and understanding. Like, I don't have to literally bow down to you to understand your course or something like that. It's just very, how to say, it's like a friend. How when you're with a friend, you can just be yourself. You'll get upset, you can say something. You don't like something, you can say it. You can just be yourself. And I think that's what we all should be, because the world has become so, what to say, plastic, that sometimes people hide their feelings, but they don't realize that God is watching only our feelings. Outside, I might show something, but inside, if I'm something, how will it help? It won't, because universe is watching you from within, not from outside. So we all have to teach this to everybody, that be yourself. If you don't like something, say it in a nice way. You don't need to fight or argue or whatever. Like my son, there are so many times it does happen. Like my mother-in-law, because generation, no, we are three generations here. So my son will sometimes talk to my mother-in-law, then she'll feel he's arguing. But he says, but I'm not arguing, I'm discussing. So that's what we have to learn from the younger children, that it's okay to agree to disagree. That's the best way. I might like A, you might like B, but still we love each other. It doesn't matter. And we are family. So
Yeah.
we have to understand and give that space to each other. And that's what the younger generation teaches us. So we feel that life is all about learning after this coach, after this program, because otherwise we used to never be open. We used to always have this different thing. But once you open yourself nicely and understand, then it's good that you're always open for learning, and there's
Hmm.
a lot to learn.
Would you recommend that this should be implemented in school curriculums?
Yes, I would like it, because in school, you would start teaching to the children to see how it is, and also they can plan ahead what they want to do. We were
Hmm.
not taught this, that if you want to do this you should plan this. We were not taught. So if children are taught, and they are taught to look positively at things, it would be so nice. The world would be a wonderful place. No competitions, no this thing that this one got this much, I this much. That you're competing with yourself, not with anybody else. You just have to make yourself better from what you were, not with the neighbor or the neighbor's kid or all that.
Correct. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, now let us say someone is watching this video right now and you want to give that person an advice. Like, what is something that you would want to say to them?
I would want to say to them, see, I myself was a person, and I'm not as perfect as you when it comes to meditation and all. But I do follow whatever meditation I follow. I listen, I follow, and I might not be, like I feel you're much more higher when it comes to reading and studying more and all. I do studies, but not as much as you. But I feel that the person, whoever is watching me, I would say, you must surely try this, because your whole focus will change, your whole thinking will change, and slowly slowly you will see how from within you get answers for whatever things, anything happens or anything in a day nowadays. So even my meals, they come from within me, that what I'm going to cook today. Before, it would always be a rigmarole. Oh, what am I going to cook, what am I now? Night when I'm sleeping, next days is ready in my mind. Tomorrow I'm going to do this. So I feel, wow, today also I said I'm going to make spinach bhaji without dal, and I made that. I bought the spinach and I did it. I said, because this has come from inside, I'll do this today.
Hmm.
So it's nice, and small, small ideas. I feel how it's teaching me. Before, maybe I was not meditating, my mind was not calm. This course has taught me to become calmer. And as we become calmer, we start thinking better and we start making decisions better. So that is what helps. Even small, small things, everyday things. So
Yeah.
I feel that is helping me, which is good. And there will come a time, everybody's journey is different. Some people might do big leaps, some people might do small, but everybody has a different journey. And slowly, slowly, you will reach there.
True.
You just
Very,
have to have faith. Yes, everybody has their own journey to do.
very, very true. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Babi, for your feedback, for your testimonial. I'm sure it is going to help a lot of people. And there's this generation, like your generation, the ones ahead of us, like our mother-in-law, like even my generation, we were not really exposed to the idea of, we need to have a coach in life, right?
Yes,
Like
yes, yes,
this concept only was not really there. So
yes.
would you say yes, it's important to have a coach in life at least once in your life to understand
Yes, yes.
how things work?
Yes, because when we grow, I just realize, especially those who are teenage children more, because I remember when I was a teenager, we would go through different things, because you see, our parents, at least today, what we understand our kids, our parents wouldn't understand us. Our lifestyle was different. And
Hmm.
that time our parents were busy in their own world. And when we would go out, we would be confused, because there are times we had so many questions running in our mind, and lots of things were taboo to talk about. Now, at least the good thing is, everything and anything that children talk now, the generation is much more smarter. And
Hmm.
even I tell my son, though he's a son, but I always tell him that whatever you want to share, you can share with me. I'm a very lenient mom, and I'm a very open mom. I want you to share with me. I'm there for you. So I feel it's going to be good for those kids who sometimes you do not know what. Everybody's house situation is different. You don't know how many generations are living, or even the own mom and dad. Nowadays, what has happened, because of the working mom and dad, the child is left alone at home, and that time, in fact, he needs more of all this. because mom doesn't have much time, dad also doesn't have much time. It becomes very difficult, and it becomes difficult to you know give space to all the other things for a lady, because she has to see to the house, she has to go work, then she has to see to her children. Not easy. For a guy it's easy because he just goes and does his work and come back, and in the house he's sitting again. But for a lady, so I feel this coach will really help the child who's growing up to grow fully in the right potential and to think in the right way. And coach and the mother and the father, all three in fact together should be there for the child. So that will be wonderful.
Very true.
Yeah.
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 And you would recommend this also to the senior citizens?
Yeah, if they are ready, they are senior citizens, it becomes a little difficult, because but if there are many loving people also, because I know you're not a very harsh coach. If somebody would be very harsh and very disciplined, then senior citizens are not going to listen to you. But somebody who talks about all this so lovingly, slowly, quietly, then they do learn. Like you have been teaching one of our aunts, I know, together with me. So she's how old? She's 70 something up, but still she praises you so much. So in that manner, like if you get senior citizens who are open, and as a friend, because I know your approach to this is very good. You're not very harsh or very disciplined and all, because people need their space at that age. So with their space, if you know how to guide them, of course, I think everybody needs it, from a child to an
That's
adult to senior citizen. Because in
definitely.
senior citizen also, their life changes completely after a certain, like somebody whose whose spouse has passed away or something, her life changes completely. So you again to manage with that and all that. But when this course is taught to them, she'll be able to see things positively. Very important.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your feedback, Bobby, and wish you all the best. Continue to study, continue to learn, because
Yes.
everyone is
Yes.
actually our teacher now. You come to realize
Yes.
that also, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
And before I would not understand when you would always tell me, I would, when I was a kid, I would say, I cannot meditate, I cannot meditate, I cannot meditate. But now when I'm listening to the video and I can meditate together with it, then now I feel, wow, you're like, I didn't realize I could do this. Okay, I don't do it very deep or what. There will come a time I might be able to do it more deep. But whatever it has helped me, imagine if I would go more deeper into it, how much more it could help me.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes. Yes.
But
So thank you
like,
so much. In
yeah,
fact,
yeah, like I was just talking to somebody, and I asked her, "What is the advice you still remember I've given you?" She said, "You told me crawl if you have to, but don't ever stop."
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, because it does get a bit challenging at times, I know. And but
Yes,
if
yes,
you
it
don't
does.
give up, you see results eventually, right?
Yeah, and I feel my focus on things has changed, in the sense, before I never understood. My father-in-law would always tell me why your work never gets over, because your mind, like, I'll do A, then I'll leave it in half, I'll do B, I'll leave it in half, I'll do C. He says that's why your work never gets over.
Mm.
Now, by the grace of God, after this course, now in this house, this new house of mine, all my work, because I focus properly, even in cooking, I go there, I sit there till I don't finish the dish, I don't come out. Before, when I have to be in the kitchen, I'll go there, again I'll come out, again I'll put this, again I'll come out. So this course has taught me to literally give my attention full time to whatever I'm doing. If
That's
I'm cutting
good.
onions, I should sit there only. Only I put on music. I put on music and I listen. I say music helps me.
Yeah.
So I need to focus with music. That's all. But that's what has helped. And I realized how work gets done so fast then. And when I'm listening to this Bob Proctor's thing, which it tells you that you will become faster and you will become calmer. So I was wondering, how can we become calm and become faster? But it is happening. I
Yeah.
said, thank you, God, for it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I'm happy to hear that. All right,
yeah,
so take care and have a great day.
yeah.
Keep growing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'll always get back to you whenever I need you. I know you're always
Anytime.
there for me.
Yeah, yeah, I'm always
Yeah.
there for you. Chalo.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.